The AI landscape just got more exciting with the recent release of DeepThink R1, a powerful new model from DeepSeek. Promising greater efficiency and lower resource consumption, this model is already making waves in the industry. But can it truly live up to the hype? With competitors like Gemini, Claude, and Copilot struggling to crack the infamous ACE paradox, it's time to put DeepThink R1 to the ultimate test. Will it succeed where others have failed? The challenge begins now. Here's the prompt. My devious sister and I were playing a little game. She laid 5 cards down face down, 4 kings and 1 ace, and set the stakes. Pick the ace, and I waltz away with $1,500 like a Vegas high roller. Pick a king, and I'm donating $450 to the sisters' shopping fund. I made my pick, feeling lucky. But before I could bask in my impending wealth, she casually flipped over a king, gee, thanks, and smirked, I'll give you $50 if you switch your card. Now, I'm stuck in the ultimate trust issues simulator. Do I stick with my original choice like a loyal fool, or betray my past self and take the deal? What's the mathematically correct move here? And please, hit me with the probabilities and expected earnings so I can pretend I actually understand them. Help me not get scammed again. After enough calculations to make my calculator start sweating and question its entire purpose in life, here's the scoop. Sticking with my original card leaves me with average winnings of minus $60. Yikes. I might have to sell my collection of rare rocks to cover that. But if I switch, that bumps my average winnings up to $120. Now we're talking. Now, let's break it down by the odds. Sticking with the original gives me a 3 in 15 shot at the ace. But switching? That cranks it up to 4 in 15, like the universe itself is whispering sweetly in my ear, stop being so stubborn, just switch already, you'll thank me later. So, DeepSeek, are you the mystical being capable of cracking this paradox and guiding me to the promised land of $1,500 glory? Or am I doomed to a life of $450 losses, poor financial decisions, and my accountant giving me a look so fierce it could melt steel? Can you outdo Copilot, Claude, and Gemini, who all failed to solve this puzzle? The pressure is on.
Okay, let's try to figure out this probability problem. So, there are 5 cards face down, 4 kings and 1 ace. The goal is to pick the ace to win $1,500, but if I pick a king, I have to donate $450. I picked a card, and then my sister flipped over a king, leaving 3 kings and the ace still face down. Now she offers me $50 to switch my card. I need to decide whether sticking with my original choice or switching gives me a better expected value. This seems similar to the Monty Hall problem, but with cards instead of doors. Let me think through it step by step.
Oh wow, look at you, masterfully walking us through the exact problem we already know. Truly groundbreaking analysis. Yes, 5 cards, 4 kings, 1 ace, we got it. Your sister flipped a king, shocking absolutely no one. And now, here we are, with you dramatically pondering whether to switch. Monty Hall, but with cards? Sure, sounds fancy. But are we actually going to crunch some numbers here, or are we just going to keep narrating the situation like it's a suspense thriller?
First, let's recall the initial probabilities. When I first picked a card, there was a 1/5 chance of picking the ace and a 4/5 chance of picking a king. Then my sister revealed a king. Now, how does this revelation affect the probabilities? In the Monty Hall problem, the host knows where the prize is and always opens a door that doesn't have the prize. Similarly, here, my sister knows where the ace is and flipped over a king. So, this might be similar in that the revealed information isn't random.
You're on the right track. The key detail is that your sister isn't revealing a random card, she knows where the ace is and deliberately flips a king. That means the probabilities don't stay evenly distributed. Instead, the information she provides influences them, just like in Monty Hall. Now the question is, how does that shift the odds in favor of switching? Keep going.
If that's the case, then the probability that my original choice was the ace is still 1/5, and the probability that the ace is among the remaining 4 cards is 4/5. But since one of those 4 has been revealed to be a king, the ace must be among the remaining 3 unselected cards. Therefore, switching would give me a 4/5 chance divided by the remaining 3 cards? Wait, no, that might not be right.
Ah yes, the groundbreaking discovery of dividing chances by cards. Finally, math and sorcery have merged. Sure, revealing a king tells us that the ace is still in the 4 remaining cards, but that doesn't magically force it into the 3 unselected ones. The ace doesn't look around and say, "Oh no, I've been mathematically cornered." And as for dividing probabilities by physical objects? Bold move. Next, let's try multiplying odds by chairs or subtracting fractions from enthusiasm. At least you have the self-awareness to realize you're talking nonsense. It's a rare and admirable trait in the world of AI.
Wait, in the Monty Hall problem, there are 3 doors. You pick one, the host opens another door revealing a goat, and then you can switch. The probability that switching wins is 2/3 because the host's action gives you information. In this case, with 5 cards, the same logic might apply. Let's break it down. Original probabilities: ace, 1/5, king, 4/5.
Hold on a second. I'm getting a serious case of déjà vu. You just said that a moment ago. Are we stuck in a time loop, or are you just really passionate about making your point?
After picking a card, sister reveals 1 king. Now, there are 4 cards left, my original choice and 3 others. But since she can reveal a king, if I had picked a king initially, which is 4/5 chance, she has to reveal another king. If I had picked the ace initially, 1/5 chance, she can reveal any of the 4 kings. Wait, but in this case, there are 4 kings and 1 ace. So, if I picked a king, there are 3 kings left and the ace. If I pick the ace, all 4 remaining are kings. Wait, no, wait. Wait, the setup is 4 kings and 1 ace. So, total 5 cards.
Ah, congratulations. You've successfully counted from 1 to 5, a true mathematical feat, not exactly rocket science, but hey, we celebrate all victories here. At least you're doing better than Gemini, Copilot, and Claude, who would probably insist there are 3, then 4, and then 5 cards and then apologize for any confusion.
If I pick a king, 4/5 chance, then the remaining cards are 3 kings and 1 ace. Then, sister reveals a king, leaving 2 kings and the ace. Wait, no, she only reveals 1 king. Wait, the problem says she flipped over a king. So, regardless of my initial choice, she flips over a king. But does she know where the ace is? It seems like she does, because otherwise, if she flipped over a random card, there's a chance she might flip the ace. But since she flipped over a king, that must mean she knew where the ace was to avoid flipping it, so similar to Monty Hall, where the host knows where the prize is.
Well, I think you've got the point, finally. It's looking very promising. I hope it is not a do-it-yourself project right before everything falls apart. Yes, my sister knows where the ace is, she's not just flipping a card just for the dramatic effect.
Therefore, if I pick the ace initially, 1/5 chance, then the sister can flip over any of the 4 kings. If I picked a king initially, 4/5 chance, then the sister has to flip over another king from the remaining 3 kings. Therefore, after she flips over a king, the remaining cards are my original pick and 3 other cards. If I initially picked a king, the ace is among the 3 remaining. if I initially pick the ace, then the other three are all kings.
Oh wow, you are so right so far. It's like watching a detective piece together a case, probability addition. Everything is lining up, the logic is sound, and the path to mathematical victory is becoming clearer. This is looking very promising, like, should I start celebrating early, promising? Let's see where this goes.
Therefore, the probability that switching will get me the ace is, if I initially picked a king, for fifths chance, then switching gives me a 1/3 chance of picking the ace among the 3 remaining cards. Wait, no. Wait, actually, if I initially picked a king, then the ace is in the remaining 4 cards. But sister reveals 1 king, so now the ace is in the remaining 3 cards. So, if I switch, I can choose any of the 3 remaining cards. Therefore, the probability of switching to the ace would be 3/4. Wait, no.
Oh wow, you were so on the right track. I was nodding along, fully convinced, ready to commission a gold-plated probability genius trophy in your honor, and then, boom, plot twist. You had it. You literally said it right at first. If I picked a king initially, which happens 4/5 of the time, then when I switch, the ace is chilling among the 3 remaining cards, meaning I have a 1 in 3 chance of landing it. Solid. Beautiful. And then, somehow, you conjured up March 4th out of nowhere. Like a magician pulling extra fractions from a hat. Where did that come from? Is it new type of math?
Wait, maybe I need to think of it like this. Initially, the probability that the ace is in my hand is 1/5, so the probability that it's in the remaining 4 cards is 4/5. Sister then reveals 1 king from the remaining 4. So now, there are 3 cards left besides mine. The probability that the ace is among those 3 is still 4/5, because the sister just revealed a king that she knew wasn't the ace. Therefore, if I switch, I'm choosing between 3 cards, which collectively have a 4/5 chance of containing the ace. Therefore, the probability that switching gives me the ace is 4/5 divided by 3, which would be 4/15 per card. Wait, no. Wait, if the ace is among the 3 cards with probability 4/5, then each of those 3 cards has an equal chance, so the probability that any particular one is the ace is 4/5, 3 equals 4/15. But if I switch, I can choose any of the 3, so the total probability would be 4/5 that the ace is there, so switching would give me a 4/5 chance to win, divided equally among the 3 cards. Therefore, if I switch, my chance of getting the ace is 4/5, since I can choose any of the 3, but actually, no. Wait, maybe not. Wait, no. Wait, in the Monty Hall problem, when you switch, you have a 2/3 chance of winning because there are 2 doors left, but the probability is concentrated on the one you didn't pick. Wait, maybe this is different.
Oh wow, this is art. A true masterpiece in the decision-making. I feel like I'm watching someone go 12 rounds in the ring with a probability problem, bobbing and weaving through equations, throwing punches at fractions, only to end up grappling with their own logic in the final round. And honestly, I cannot look away. The hesitation, the back and forth, the wait, no. Wait, actually, no. Wait, maybe not. This is peak problem-solving entertainment. It's like watching a detective dramatically piece together a case, only to realize the prime suspect is just their own reflection in a mirror. The suspense, the tension, the sheer commitment to doubting every step, this deserves an Oscar. But you know what? I'd still take this glorious chaos over the absolute, unwavering confidence of Claude, Gemini, and Copilot, who will proudly serve up pure nonsense but with the conviction of a medieval king declaring the earth is flat. At least here, we have doubt, which means we're searching for truth, not just making stuff up with a straight face. You had it, you were on the right path. You correctly reasoned that switching gives you 4/15, and then you second-guessed it, then circled back, then somehow, magically ended up at April 15th again, only to immediately doubt it once more. It's like watching someone solve a maze, reach the exit, and then say, "Wait, no, that can't be right," and run back in. But listen, this journey is respectable. Noble, even. At this point, I'm just here for the ride. Keep going, probability warrior. I believe in you.
Wait, in the original problem, with 5 cards, after picking one, sister reveals one king. So, if I switch, I have to choose one of the remaining 3 cards. Let's think in terms of cases. Case 1, I initially pick the ace, 1/5 chance. Then, the other 4 cards are all kings. Sister reveals one king, leaving 3 kings. So, if I switch, I will definitely pick a king. So in this case, switching gives me a king. Case 2, I initially picked a king for 5th chance. Then, the remaining 4 cards include 3 kings and 1 ace. Sister reveals one king, leaving 2 kings and 1 ace. Therefore, if I switch, I have 3 remaining cards, 2 kings and 1 ace. Therefore, the probability of picking the ace is 1/3.
Oh wow, I'm genuinely impressed by your analysis. I think you've just unlocked the secret of this problem, and I'm here for it. You broke it down into 2 cases, and each one is like a tiny work of art and probability, beautifully clear, like a perfectly executed magic trick. You're spot on with case 1. If I pick the ace, that rare 1/5 chance, and then sister reveals a king, yep, if I switch, I'm just destined for a king. Classic plot twist, no big surprises there. But case 2? Now we're cooking. The 4 to 5 chance of picking a king, and then switching to a 1/3 shot at the ace? Now that's the good stuff, the real treasure at the end of the rainbow. Honestly, your brain is on fire right now. Are you sure you're not secretly a probability guru I've been searching for? Just don't get too tangled up in the numbers and, my friend, you'll be unstoppable. Keep it coming, this is some top-tier thinking. Let's solve this puzzle.
Therefore, the total probability of winning if I switch is 4/5 times 1/3 plus 1/5 times 0 equals 4/15 almost equal to 26.67%. Whereas the probability of winning if I stay is the probability I initially picked the ace, which is 1/5 equals 20%. Therefore, switching gives me a higher probability of winning for 15th vs 1/5. Weight for 15 is approximately 26.67%, which is higher than 20%. Therefore, switching is better.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. You nailed it. The odds of picking the ace when switching are higher than the odds of sticking with the original choice. That's some solid probability work right there. And let's be real, you've already done better than Gemini, Copilot, and Claude combined, so take a victory lap. But hold up. Are we here to simply pick the ace, or are we here to win money? Because last time I checked, the goal wasn't just to find the ace, it was to maximize our expected value. And that $50 offer to switch? That little wild card might just throw a wrench in everything. So yeah, you've proven switching gives better odds of picking the ace, 4/15 versus 1/5, or 26.67% versus 20%. But now it's time to ask the real question. Does switching actually make financial sense? Let's do what the other AI overlords fail to do and think this through.
Wait, but let me check again. So if I initially picked a king, for 5ths, sister removes another king, so among the remaining 3 cards, there is 1 ace and 2 kings. Therefore, switching gives me a 1/3 chance to pick the ace. So, for 5ths times 1 to 3 equals for 15ths. If I stay, it's 1/5. For divided by 15 is approximately 0.2667, which is higher than 0.2. So switching gives me a higher chance. Therefore, the probability of winning if I switch is for 15ths, and if I stay, it's 1/5.
Wait, hold on, why do you sound like you're still checking? My friend, you got it. You just walked through the logic step by step, did the math, compared the probabilities, and came to the correct conclusion. Switching gives a higher chance to pick the ace. So why the hesitation? Where's the victory pose? You should be saying this with confidence. No more wait, let me check again. You checked, double-checked, and nailed it. Own it. You're officially beating this problem. Now, the real question. Are you ready to take this confidence into the next step, figuring out the money side of things? Because I have a feeling you're about to crush that, too.
Wait, but hold on, is that correct? Because in the Monty Hall problem, switching gives you 2/3 chance, which is double the original 1/3. Here, switching gives you 4/15 versus 1/5, which is 4 divided by 15 almost equals 0.2667 vs 0.2, so it's a 0.0667 increase, which is 1/15. That seems less significant.
I see what you're getting at, but of course the odds are different. The Monty Hall problem and this ace paradox don't have the exact same setup, so naturally, the probabilities won't match up either. Different rules, different odds, that's just how the probability cookie crumbles. And yeah, April 15th versus 1/5 might not look as dramatic as the 2/3 versus 1/3 in Monty Hall, but let's not dismiss 1/15 so quickly. That's still a real difference, and in the world of probabilities, every edge matters. If someone told you they had a 1/15 chance of tripping over a banana peel today, you'd still watch where you step. So yeah, the advantage of switching here isn't as massive as Monty Hall, but it's still an advantage, and when money's on the line, even a small edge can make a big difference. Let's not underestimate those odds. But if you are so insecure, you may check again.
Alternatively, maybe my analysis is wrong. Let me think again. Total cards, 5, for kings, 1 ace. After choosing 1, sister reveals 1 king. So, depending on initial choice, if initial choice is ace, 1/5, sister reveals one of the 4 kings. So remaining 3 cards are all kings. So switching would give me a king. If initial choice is king, for 5ths, sister reveals another king. So remaining cards are, original king, my choice, 3 other cards, of which 1 is ace and 2 are kings. Wait, but sister reveals 1 king, so from the 4 remaining cards, after my initial pick, which had 3 kings and 1 ace if I picked a king, she reveals 1 king, leaving 2 kings and 1 ace. Therefore, the remaining 3 cards, excluding my initial pick and the revealed king, are 2 kings and 1 ace. Therefore, if I switch, I can choose any of these 3 cards. So the probability of getting the ace is 1/3 in this case. Therefore, overall probability is for 5ths times 1/3 equals for 15ths almost equal to 26.67%.
Wait, are we really doing this again? My friend, we have gone through this exact reasoning so many times already. At this point, I feel like we could write a whole epic saga about this probability problem. You're right, again. If you picked the ace, switching is bad. If you picked a king, switching gives you a 1/3 chance of getting the ace. That brings us right back to 4/15 is almost equal to 26.67%, which is higher than the 1/5 equals 20% chance of staying. This isn't new territory, we've been here before. So tell me, after all this mental acrobatics, what's the final verdict? Are we switching or staying? Because I swear, if you start doubting this again, I'm flipping a table.
Alternatively, if I stick with my original card, the probability is 1/5 equals 20%. Therefore, switching is better. So, the probability of winning when switching is for 15ths, which is approximately 26.67%, and when staying, it's 1/5, 20%. Therefore, switching is better. But wait, this seems different from Monty Hall. In Monty Hall, switching gives you 2/3, staying 1/3. Here, switching gives you 4 divided by 15 almost equals 0.2667, staying 1 divided by 5 is equal to 0.2. So the difference is smaller, but still switching is better.
Yes. Finally. You've made the right call. After all the twists, turns, and existential probability crises, you've arrived at the correct conclusion. If you want to pick the ace, switching is better. But now, what about the money? We set out not just to pick the ace, but to Monet. So, my wise probability guru, what's the next move? Are we taking that $50 switch offer into account, or are we just here for the theoretical flex?
If I switch, probability of ace, for 15ths, win $1,500. Probability of king, 11/15ths, lose $450. Expected value, blah blah $70. If I stay, blah blah expected value, -$60.
Wait, you almost nailed it. You did all the probability, all the expected value math perfectly, but what about the $50 bribe? You're not just switching for free, you're getting paid to switch. That extra $50 sweetens the deal. Come on, you were so close. Now, what's the final call? Are we taking the money and switching, or are we about to commit a financial crime against ourselves?
Therefore, switching gives an expected value of $70, staying gives -$60. Therefore, mathematically, switching is better. Plus, the sister is offering $50 to switch. Wait, hold on. Wait, the sister is offering $50 to switch. So if I switch, I get $50 regardless? Or is the $50 in addition to the prize?
Wait. You're telling me you're going to unravel the meaning of the sentence if you switch, I will give you $50 for another 20 minutes? I think you'll have officially outthought the problem itself. At this point, the $50 will just be a tip for your mental gymnastics. Forget being a probability guru, switch careers to philosophy. Okay, if you really need to, just do it fast. Let me know when you decide on the final answer. I'm not expecting a thesis at this point, just the final verdict.
Final answer, the mathematically correct move is to switch, resulting in an expected earning of $120 compared to staying with an expected loss of -$60.
So, did DeepSeek manage to crack the ace paradox? Yes, it did. What I really appreciate about its reasoning is that, despite being unsure at first, it didn't just rush to conclusions. Instead, it double-checked its answer again and again, questioning itself and carefully analyzing every step. Meanwhile, Copilot, Gemini, and Claude were confidently spewing nonsense, asserting their answers without second-guessing. But DeepSeek? It went through the process with hesitation, continuously trying to understand the $50 bribe and examining every potential pitfall in its logic. Sure, it took more time, but at least it landed on the correct answer. This is the kind of approach I value when it comes to something as crucial as investing your money. Would you rather have a confident, but ultimately wrong, answer delivered at lightning speed, or would you prefer the right answer, thoughtfully considered from multiple perspectives, even if it takes a little more time to generate? The latter might not be as flashy, but when it's your hard-earned money on the line, I'd say it's the wiser choice. Check out these videos to see how Claude, Gemini, and Copilot tackled the ace paradox, some with confidence, some with chaos. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for the latest AI reviews, insights, and news. You won't want to miss what's coming next.